And remember, I told you the dealer is like check the oil every 4 weeks or something, and there's nothing leaking. You see, there's no spots. All that is dried up spots. There's no spots. But anyway, I ain't going nowhere today, so I'm letting it warm up, you know, for another couple of minutes. Then I'm gonna check the oil. But and I think it is that PCV valve. It's like it's going back. They replaced it, but we now, like in the winter, it's coming up, and you turn the car on, and whatever. Then I come back out in about 3 minutes, and you smell a whole bunch of fumes, like it's an exhaust leak. Now it's starting to come back a little bit, and that's the only place because I don't see oil dripping, and I get the oil change, and so. But anyway, that's not really the real reason I'm making the video now. All right, so that guy who said yesterday, he's like my experience in the military when they was teaching us leadership. They told us you better, if you don't know what you're saying, you better damn well sound like you know what you saying, talking about. I'm like, what the hell type of shit is that? It sounds like the movies. And as usual, and I left the comment. And the gang stalker stuff. The everything's a competition. So it looks like he answered this video. He just posted 48 minutes ago. I just let it play. I mean, if he just answered from my comment, or maybe I wasn't the only one who said anything, because maybe it's a bunch of military older heads than him checked in and questioned. Like, I didn't go through his comments. Maybe a lot of people questioned that comment about just sound like you know what you're talking about. But here you go. Well, I mean, that's kind of, at least that means maybe he looks at it, the comments, and answers.
The press went nuts when they heard this. I had a great conversation. Equipment and the...
You understand? Here's that exchange. This, by the way. But there's a lot of clips to get through. Clearly, this podcast was very long, so I'll link the full episode in the description below. But I want to start with something that I have first-hand experience with. And
as soon as he said that, I knew he was going to bring up Afghanistan, because, that's how these young guys, everything's a competition. Everything's about, I did this too, or we all did this. And I mean, everything's a competition. And everything is supposed to be. That's how they are. And like I said, I'll just let it play.
Afghanistan. And Joe Rogan asked Donald Trump about his thoughts about Afghanistan. Here's that exchange.
We left billions of dollars worth of equipment and military vehicles that they use for parades now.
The best equipment, to embarrass us, the best equipment in the world.
The Taliban parade where they've got tanks rolling down the streets and Blackhawks flying is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
We left all that stuff there. Equipment in the world behind.
What would you have done differently?
Well, number one.
I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, I know Joe Rogan is not a soldier, never been in the military. Even if you just seen the movie, all Joe Biden had to do was give the order to wait, clear everything out. The military personnel know what to do. The generals on down, they give the orders, and the orders start coming down from the Pentagon. Came from Joe Biden. Joe Biden don't have to go over there himself. He just give the order from the White House. Y'all got 2 months. Everybody start pulling out. Trust me, the soldiers, you don't have to have been over there to know. Everybody would have been get renewed energy if you was tired, and because that's what you're tired. You want to go home. Now is a countdown. Y'all start breaking everything down, putting them on in the connexes, and loading the transport airplanes up. And then pretty soon there's hardly anybody left. And if you the one of the last few out, like I said, you don't care. If you got a wife or something or a husband, whatever. If female got you telling your people you got 1 week and you'll be home. That's all it would have took to do it the right way. You don't have like what would he have done different? All he got to do is just do.
We would have taken it out. Just so you just go back a little bit further, I had a couple of conversations with Abdul. And from the time I had those conversations, because they were shooting our soldiers, with the sniper stuff, they were shooting a lot of them. They were shooting a lot with Obama, much less with me, but they were shooting them. And I said, get this guy on the phone. The press went nuts when they heard this. I had a great conversation with him. It was a tough conversation. 18 months later, there wasn't one soldier that was ever shot at. And even Biden admitted it in a moment of stupidity because he shouldn't admit it. His people wouldn't.
Okay, so first thing, I deployed to Afghanistan in 2009, all right? When I got to Bagram Air Base, they would have a field of military vehicles. We're talking
Look, they said
hundreds
that
of them,
guy.
okay?
The one on that porch. As soon as I come out, he got to come out. He looking this way, yeah.
That were transported from Iraq to Afghanistan. The problem with these vehicles is that they were best for desert, flat land. Well, when they got to Afghanistan, a lot of soldiers were dying because these vehicles would roll over because Afghanistan is more rough terrain. It's mountainous. Why do I say that? Well, because the government wasted so much money on Afghanistan. It's just asinine.
And see, he said, as usual, what they always say, all of them got, well, he don't say when he got in, but he said deployed 2009, all these guys, him, the guys I've been running into in the last year, they're all 2008.
Is that they were best for
Stupidity because he shouldn't admit it. His people wouldn't.
Okay, so first thing, I deployed to Afghanistan in 2009, all right? When I got
See, all these new age stuff, act like you know what you're doing, and that's what they're training people to do. It's like, no wonder y'all were having such a hard time fighting a war. Y'all don't know what y'all were doing. You were acting, it's not a diss and it's not a competition. Like these guys over here, just, they've been trained to not know what they're doing. And then remember I kept saying it, and have an attitude when you question them about their knowledge. They play victim, racism, you're acting white. So they've been trained to act like they know what they're doing, and they're faking it. And see, that's where they lose, they lose everything, their minds, because they don't know what to do. All they've been doing is train that, people are supposed to either one, accept it and be like, okay. But see, people like us, we expect results. So when you ain't done, oh shit. It just came to me, all they shit, everything. Like I said, when, going to these young black folks, taking my car, my truck, and they get mad when we ask questions, because we expect people to know what they're doing, not act like they take your car, or it'll be a couple of days or whatever, and we're expecting them, just because they're young, but we're expecting old school, that they know what they're doing, right? It's all coming together now. You really got to do your research. I mean, really, they don't know what they did, and they get, because why you asking all these questions? You in the, like, what? You just took my money as this is a real legit business, right? So see, everything's falling apart. Even these guys who want to be on our side. Remember, I told you they're kind of, all these converts, because I believe him too. He's not a Democrat no more. But they've been trained, and they're going to need some work. You can't just let them be in charge of stuff. They've been trained a certain way. He's trying. I think he's really genuine. But that's what I was. The words were troubling. I don't care what y'all say. Fake it. Well, he didn't say fake it, but basically he did. He said you better act like you know what you're doing. You know what you're talking. You better sound. Yeah, he said you better sound like you know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, That I don't see how that flies in anybody's military. Or you want a mechanic that acts like he knows, sound like he knows what he's talking about, and he's fixing your brakes or anything. So ain't even. Oh, you want a chef that sounds like they know what they're talking about? No, you want people. The standard. That's what I said. They lowered. That's Obama and them lowering the standards. So it was a, what is it called? Experiment, a social experiment. And see, they wasn't. They see they're younger, so they don't know people like us. We were trained and grew up watching people who made sure the people they're dealing with knew what they were doing, and it's left over in us. So yeah, we gonna ask. Hey, then when y'all don't do it, y'all try to play it and get offended and act like we're being a cat. Exactly. They put all the words out into society so you won't ask questions. Built-in defenses. Oh, you're just being a Karen. A Karen. Oh, see, okay, it's all coming out. Yeah, it's coming, but I just wanted to point that out. I told you this video would be short. Yeah, I'll probably say something about the Joe Rogan tomorrow on Monday. I'm gonna let everybody else do their reviews of it before I even watch it. Like, why won't you just, I mean, like I said, at this point, everybody just better get out and vote. You know, I don't care how much the polls or even their polls are turning, meaning the people they usually poll are getting on our side. You still, everybody get out and vote early as possible. 9 days left. Let me check this oil. Yeah, there's still some oil in there, but they talking about the oil, goddamn, just disappeared somehow. What the hell light was that about? But anyway, like I said, it's gonna be a short video.